The vote. What do you...
I am analyzing the void paradox.
The Vulgus can't...
Were the commander's explanations confusing again? The intercept of the Pyromaniac has been confirmed. Job well done, Descendant. However, given the current state of the dimensional wall, we do not know what Colossus will surface the next time, or when. Humankind must choose whether to engage in an all-out pointless war against Corell's great army, or face equally immense colossi, which will appear as soon as the dimensional wall disappears. Strategy, tactics, troop numbers. We are at an overwhelming disadvantage in all aspects. If things continue like this, humanity really will.
We can't give up yet, Nell. We have one final option.
Alpha?
There isn't much time. As all of you know, the situation we find ourselves in seems pretty dire. Due to my lack of sound judgment, I fell for Corell's trap. The Ironheart, which I considered to be our only hope, turned out not to be the key to our salvation after all. If we had used the Ironheart in Albion as I stubbornly insisted, I dread to think what would have happened. This situation is one I created. I am solely to blame. Yes, I am the Descendant who was always defeated. That is likely why I was never able to link with the Guide. I should never have become Commander. However, if there was someone who could heed the true calling of the Descendants, then I would let go of everything I have believed in up until now and put my trust in them. Everyone, I am ordering the destruction of the Ironheart. I will deal with the Magisters. I believe they wouldn't be able to survive without us anyway. Descendants, you need to work with the Guide and carry out any and all necessary operations to destroy the Ironheart. No need to wait for approval from HQ. Just make sure you are as victorious in this as you always are. I'm sure that you will be, as you always have been. I place my trust in you, Descendant. Command, we must move quickly. We need to support the Descendants and stop the Vulgus at all costs.
Descendants, I have heard Alpha's message. I am sorry I'm unable to directly communicate with him. Come with me, Descendants. It is our turn now. Descendants, we are close to achieving our true target. However, as Alpha said, the situation is dire. We must hurry. First, it would be wise to move the Ironheart in the White Knight Gulch to Albion. Albion has put in place defensive measures to counter Vulgus battleships. We should also be able to access the energy required to destroy the Ironheart. But we need an immense amount of RK to detach an Ironheart which is linked to a Prime Hands. For this reason, most of the Descendants must be sent to aid the detachment. For you, however, I have a different request. Descendant, come with me to where the phenomenon known as the Pillar of Light occurred. When that Pillar of Light took effect, as well as the energy of the Ironheart, I felt a familiar kind of pain, as if my skin was peeling and my flesh was melting. There must be an inverted Ironheart there. Corell would have connected it to a Prime Hands in order to collapse the dimensional wall. We must stop this before the dimensional wall is completely destroyed. We must retrieve the inverted Ironheart. If we fail to do so, even if the Ironheart is immediately moved to Albion, countless Colossi will appear throughout Ingress. However, if we take back the inverted Ironheart the destruction of the dimensional wall will be stopped, and Corell's advance will be delayed. I will deliver the mission to detach the Ironheart to the other Descendants. Please go now, to the place where the Pillar of Light was. I will meet you there, Descendant.
Guide, this is Jaber. I've been dispatched to the Hagios. I'm investigating intel that Aemon, the General of the Legion of Immortality, was recently here. I don't think Aemon appearing at this point in time is a coincidence. I'm sure it's related to this incident.
That is indeed unusual. I'll join you there, Jaber.